You could all benefit from making it a point to seek out that which makes you laugh, makes you smile, makes you feel good. Become the healer, the coach, the guide, the channeler that you know you are, and don't wait for anyone to give you permission or send you an invitation. When you follow your heart, you are following inner guidance. Stop waiting for something outside of you to happen, to catapult you, and only the other chosen ones to the fifth dimension. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. Today is another beautiful day because we're going to read some channelings from the Arcturian Council. The Arcturian Council is channeled by Daniel Scranton, and this comes from the book Ascension, The Shift to the Fifth Dimension, Volume 4. This covers a variety of topics, particularly about reality creation and the shift into what they call the fifth dimension. In particular, this channeling covers faster manifestation, the fastest track to the fifth dimension, new Ascension simulation portals, you are shifting slowly, how the Great Earth Experiment is going, what's holding you back from your ascension, Earthbound activators, you're building a bridge to the new Earth, and many more. Faster and faster manifestation by the newly awakened. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are electrified with enthusiasm about where you are headed as a collective there on Earth. We have noticed how many individuals there on Earth have awakened recently, and we have felt their enthusiasm, their excitement, their eagerness to explore who they really are and what they can create. The newly awakened actually have an advantage in the creation department, an advantage that those of you who have been awake for a while didn't have. They are coming to this realization at a time when there are faster moving energies upon all of you. Faster and faster manifestation is possible now, and they will benefit from not ever having tried to manifest something previously and failed. Those of you who have been awake for a while have attempted to manifest and have not been successful enough times that many have given up, or at least started to dream a lot smaller as a result of their past failures at manifesting. Therefore, those of you who have been awake for quite some time actually have a lot to learn from those who are newly awakened. You will see them on the fast track, and you will notice how easy they make it look, because they are not jaded, because they are not bogged down by a lot of heavy energy, as some of you who have been awake for longer have. It's all right, and it's understandable, but it's also time to throw off those shackles that are self-imposed and to realize that you are living in a brand new era. You are swimming in uncharted waters, and you have more energetic support for what you want to create than there has ever been on planet Earth at any time in human history. Get ready to go further, to manifest more quickly, and to become the masters that you were always going to become, even though a lot of you have given up to a certain extent. Some people are just waiting for the shift to be complete so they can instantly manifest all the time. But those of you who can feel the energies upon you know that this is a beautiful time to be in creation mode. This is a wonderful time to have your hearts, minds, and eyes set on the proverbial prize. You are standing in the midst of an evolution of consciousness. Right now on your world, that is unprecedented, and we would like to see more of you who are old souls getting more of what you desire. Those of you who have been around the block quite a few times need that injection of enthusiasm that the newly awakened are bringing to the party right now. Let them show you what is possible. Let them surprise you and guide them when they need it, when they ask for it. But try to avoid discouraging them from dreaming too big, because they will prove you wrong if you do. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. The fastest track to the fifth dimension. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have been continuing to recognize the role that humanity is playing in this ascension journey for the entire universe, and we are not alone in that recognition. There are so many beings and collectives who look upon you as the pioneers, as the ones who will take us all to a much more expanded version of reality because of what you have agreed to endure. We look upon you with such a sense of pride, and we are proud of you because we can see you making that progress every day towards realizing the universe that you are co-creating. One of the ways that you get there, one of the ways that you expand exponentially is through laughter. Laughter connects you to other people who are laughing at the same thing at the same time. Laughter indicates a commonality of experience, an acknowledgement that something very funny is happening in your existence, in the human condition. You need to laugh, and many of you know that, but don't do anything about it. And some of you know that, and you seek out what you think will make you laugh. You are seeking expansion, relief, release, and often there is just as much profundity in comedy as there is in drama. You could all benefit from making it a point to seek out that which makes you laugh, makes you smile, makes you feel good, makes you remember that being human gives you a lot to laugh about. Now, there's also an inner smile, an inner laughter that you can seek out in the same way that you can seek inner peace, or you can seek to be in the state of being that is unconditional love. That is also something to seek out. It's something to play around with. And know that as you lighten up, you are not taking all of this so seriously, and you are going with the flow. Take the expansion that your lives have created through letting go. When you stop trying so hard and you can laugh at yourself, that's when you know you have mastered that moment in time, that moment in your life. And your lives are a series of moments that are giving you opportunities to rise up, to enjoy some levity, to enjoy something about the world you are living in, with all of its foibles. As ridiculous as life can be, it takes one of you intending to point out that will give you someone else a reason not to take it all so seriously. And that is a gift. Give others the gift of laughter whenever you can, and know that if you keep getting the joke, you will be on the fastest track there is to the fifth dimension. It is the path of joy. And it's one that you can choose, and we invite you to choose over and over again. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. New Ascension simulation portals. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are in the process of opening new portals all around your planet that will give you a taste of what your Ascension experience will be like. You tune in to the energies coming through these portals. We know that many of you feel ready to complete your Ascension now, to move on from the fourth dimensional Earth, and we can appreciate that desire. However, we invite you to appreciate what a monumental leap forward this will be for humankind. The amount of energy that it will take to complete your shift in consciousness is enormous. We and other collectives like us are working on discovering how to make the transition as easy and joyous as we possibly can for all of you. And when we say all of you, we mean all of humanity. Sometimes we are speaking directly to those of you in the awakened collective, but this transmission is about all of humankind, because we know that your ascension will not be possible without all of you playing your part. And so these ascension simulation portals will give all of us a better idea of what it will take to support all of humanity in that time of the greatest leap forward in consciousness that can be made in this universe. The reason why you are experiencing so much turmoil and so much chaos there on your world at this time is because of the shift. You are constantly readying yourselves for its completion, and all of us in the higher realms are always looking for ways to make the transition easier on every single human being, plant, animal, and even the planet herself. You are shifting together, and you do need as much support as you possibly can get to make such a giant leap forward. These portals will open very soon, and all you have to do in order to receive the energies is be open yourselves. Tell the universe you are ready to experience the simulation, and then relax and put yourselves in an open and receptive state. Those of us in the higher realms will take care of the rest, and those of you who are receiving this transmission will be doing your part in helping to further humanity's ascension, which we know is something you are all very interested in experiencing. This simulation that you will have access to very soon is now the next best thing. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. How the Great Earth Experiment is going. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are very satisfied with the results of the experiment that planet Earth has been and continues to be. Earth has been seeded by beings from all across the galaxy and beyond, and look at how you are managing to harmonize all of those energies. It has been challenging, of course. There have been a lot of issues, including attempts at genocide and the loss of species of animals, but yet, there you are, still floating in space, still finding a way to make it work, in spite of all of your differences and all of your highly charged emotions. This is something to feel very proud of. Certainly, there are lots of things going on right now there on Earth to not feel so proud of, but the truth is you are coexisting, maybe not with as much acceptance, forgiveness, and unconditional love as you will someday, but at least those of you who are awake know that this is the goal. And more humans are awakening every single day, so you don't have to worry about carrying the load all by yourselves. This is, and always was, meant to be a group effort for all of the various energies that are there on Earth. You are all attempting something that has gigantic implications. The ripple effect will be felt throughout the galaxy when there is peace on Earth. And there will be peace on Earth. And we are not talking about hundreds of years from now. We are talking about within the next decade. That is how much peaceful energy you have been downloading and generating from within you. And of course, you have the help of your plant and animal kingdoms. You have the help of many extraterrestrial beings, and you have the help of many non-physical collectives and beings like ourselves. We are not so obsessed with the finish line, however, that we can't enjoy the moment of acknowledgement. You've come so far just to be in the fourth dimension and on the verge of shifting to the fifth. Congratulate yourselves, pat yourselves on the back, and know that it's going to get better, and it's going to get easier, and you are all a humongous part of that. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. What's holding you back from your ascension? Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council, and we are pleased to connect with all of you. We have a beautiful relationship with all other beings throughout this galaxy, and we continue to seek to create partnerships with beings throughout the universe. There are some that have not met yet outside the Milky Way, and we love expanding our consciousness to connect with whomever we can. Because we understand that when we are meeting someone else, we are meeting another aspect of ourselves. This is a beautiful and powerful practice for all of you to employ in your day-to-day lives. When you can see everyone else as representing an aspect of you, and then drop your resistance to that person, if you had resistance to them, you can make such tremendous strides forward in your spiritual evolution, and you can bring about the greatest changes on your world that you have ever seen. Truly, the biggest problem you have there on Earth right now is that you hold grudges, that you feel separate from others, that you harbor hate in your hearts. Letting all of that go will not just bring you together as a human collective, but it will also help you to rise up. When you want to rise up, you want to exist in a higher frequency state, one that we refer to commonly as the fifth dimension, but you cannot get there through seeing yourself as separate than anyone else. Creating division puts you in a third dimensional mentality and keeps you stuck in a third dimensional paradigm. You were, for the most part, born into a third dimensional paradigm, and it is what you are there to transcend, what you are there to ascend out of. Don't see it as letting others off the hook for their bad behavior. See it as the only path to becoming more of who you really are, which is your higher self, your fifth dimensional self. We've said this before, and we will say it again. Stop waiting for something outside of you to happen, to catapult you, and only the other chosen ones, to the fifth dimension. You are going to do this as a collective, and in order to really experience yourselves as source energy, you must have the others present, because they are a part of source energy and therefore a part of you. Some of you might wonder how you can possibly forgive some of the heinous acts that your fellow humans have taken part in. We are not telling you to deny yourselves of your feelings about those heinous acts, but we are asking you to imagine that in some other lifetime, one in which you were much, much different than you are today, you were the one committing the heinous acts. If you can forgive someone else, you can forgive yourself. And then, and only then, you can become more whole and complete. The key to forgiveness is not just realizing that by forgiving another you are forgiving yourself. The key to forgiveness is also allowing yourself to feel what that person and that action was always meant to cause you to feel. Once you clear your anger, your sadness, your hate, and your fear, then you are in a place where you can forgive, and then you are letting go of some of the weight that's holding you down, that's holding you back, that's keeping you from your own ascension. And as you ascend, you take others with you. You set the example. You create the template. You become the teacher and guide you were born to be in this lifetime. We are sorrier that it is not easier than that, but it was your choice to create this version of reality. So please remember that the next time you are shaking your fist at it, and know that the feeling of embracing it all and rising above it is one that is unparalleled throughout the entire galaxy. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Are you prepared for the shift? Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have finished our evaluation of the human collective consciousness and its ability to handle higher frequency energies. Here's what we've discovered. Not everyone responds in the same way to higher frequency energy. Those who are unprepared for it completely have quite a few ascension symptoms and can sometimes even experience a sort of mental breakdown or even a seizure. Those who are awake but have not been preparing themselves for higher frequency energies might experience some bodily sensations, some weird dreams, and some physical dehydration. Those of you who are awake and do expect the higher frequencies as they come in have beautiful experiences where you tap into new abilities, where you know yourselves as your higher selves for periods of time, and you also have many other positive outcomes. You might be wondering at this point how it is possible to know when the higher frequency energies are coming so that you can be prepared. At this point, it is a good idea to be prepared all the time. Don't just wait for a full moon or a solstice. Make sure that you're always hydrated, always rested. Make sure that you are constantly grounding, feeling your emotions, connecting with nature, and opening yourselves up to receive. The experience of a heightened energy download can be one of the greatest experiences of your life. It can also be one of the worst. It really does depend on the environment those energies are stepping into. If a person has a lot of unresolved, unfelt feelings, higher frequency energies can bring them all to the surface. If a person is not taking care of themselves physically, the energies can intensify their experiences of the illness or pain. And as we have said, you might as well stay prepared because you are getting closer and closer to Ascension every single day. Ascension will be the ultimate download of higher frequency energies. Preparing yourselves for that major event that is coming in your lifetime is a very sound spiritual practice. But all the things we have given you here as a way of taking care of yourselves and preparing higher frequency energies are also just good, sound practices for living a happy, healthy, fulfilled life. And so in many ways, those who are completely unaware that a shifting is occurring can be preparing themselves subconsciously. Certain individuals know that something is happening without putting it into words. And so you see, it really does not matter what you believe. It does, however, matter whether you listen to your inner guidance, and your inner guidance is always telling you the same things that we are. So we recommend that you listen and that you feel for these energies every single day. The first thing you can do when you wake up to prepare yourselves is to take the temperature of the energies that you can feel and see what the universe has in store for you. When you are prepared for anything, you have much easier time of being there during this very tumultuous and shifty time of ascension. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Earthbound activators. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have many decisions that we must make all the time. It is one of the things that keeps us busy, so to speak. Even though we do not have physical bodies, we often choose between different strands of light, different packets of energies, and different pieces of information to offer to humankind. And we know that we can always do better. We know that there is always more for us to reach for in terms of assistance we can provide. And that keeps us on the path that we are most certainly happy to be on. We are on the path of service, and the path of ascension. And those of you who are attracted to us for that reason. We are very much alike. You are the ground crew in physical form for those of us who are in the higher dimensional plane and who are in non-physical form. You are energized and electrified by what we send you. And we see more and more of you opening up every single day to the light, the energy, the information, and the love that we share so openly and so freely. As you receive from us, you of course then want to share with the others. You want to spread all of it around, and that's a good thing. That's one of the ways that you are of service to humanity at this time. Some of you wonder how you can do this, especially when you feel that not many people listen to you. It's not your words that matter. It's the vibration that you put out that matters. And you can put out such a strong vibration just by sitting with your eyes closed and breathing. You can exude so much light, love, and high vibrational energy just by intending to do so. And we see you do it. Those of you who are awake are having the impact you want to have, whether you realize it or not. And so you focus on the light, the good that exists within all human beings. You become the Earthbound activators. You become those who give activations to all other humans, whether you know it and whether they know it or not. So don't worry about what you should be doing or that you're missing your calling, because you are there. You are anchoring in what we and others like us are giving you, and you are spreading it around. Now, the best way to feel your impact and know that you're having it is by following your inner guidance. Your intuition will always put you in the right place at the right time with the right people in front of you. People who will not only benefit from that, but will also be grateful for it. They will show you the gratitude, and you will feel re-energized and recommitted to your goal of helping humankind raise the level of consciousness and ascend to the next plane of existence, which we refer to as the fifth dimension. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. You are building a bridge to the new Earth. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are listening to all of your requests, and we know how much you all want to not only see the changes that you want to see on your world, but we also recognize how many of you want to be a part of those changes. You are the change makers. You are the ones to question everything and to envision a new world, a world where everyone lives in peace and harmony. This is absolutely the world you are moving towards. Some already experience this world in their minds, in their bodies, in their emotions, and in their energy fields. They are not escaping from the quote-unquote real world in doing this. They are creating the new world and building a bridge with their own bodies, with their own energies and psyches. Those of you who are awake are there to serve a very important purpose on Earth. You are there to light the way. You are there to guide, to lead by example, and to open doors for people that would not have otherwise been opened. You can do this, and you are doing this, and you are needed there now more than ever to be the way showers, the light bringers, to be the ones who recognize the truth that you are all one there on Earth, and that there is no reason to be divided or even to feel divided. It's time to show your fellow humans what is possible, and you do that by sharing your stories, sharing your gifts, by taking that leap of faith and doing what you've always wanted to do for a living. Become the healer, the coach, the guide, the channeler that you know you are, and don't wait for anyone to give you permission or send you an invitation. When you follow your heart, you are following inner guidance. You are then living your truth and living in alignment with your soul's purpose and with Source. Everything that you offer is of value. Every moment that you spend there on Earth, you are being of service, and still, you have to be true to yourselves in order to create that reality around you. In order to build the bridge to the new Earth, you must be living your truth as much as you can be, as often as you can be, with no apologies. You do not need to hesitate for one moment in the pursuit of your ideal reality, but you do need to take those leaps of faith. You do need to recognize that consciousness is expanding, that people are waking up, and you are there to be part of that. You are there to help, and deep down inside, you have always known how to do it, how to be your true self. And even though you might have others around who just don't get it, who just don't understand why you're interested in all this stuff. You can and you will follow your inner guidance anyway. It's only a matter of time, and the time just happens to be right now. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. You can also channel the Arcturian Council. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are aiming to establish very solid relationships with those of you in physical human form on Earth, because we are looking for many channels of our energy and wisdom. We never intended to only come through Daniel here, and these channel transmissions have served a multitude of purposes for us and for you. The energies that come through the channel have always been designed to attune more individuals so that they too would be able to receive us and transmit that they wish to receive. You are being called to do more at this time, and we know that the Arcturian perspective is needed there on Earth because it is so different from the perspectives of so many humans who are living there at this time. There needs to be more awakening occurring there on Earth. Even though much awakening has occurred and continues to occur, there is still a necessity for more of you to act as conduits for us and for the Arcturian energies, because much of life on Earth has been dominated by the ego, by greed, by selfishness, and too many have rejected opportunities to remember who they really are as spiritual beings. You live on a beautiful planet with many natural resources, and you have created many distractions from the spiritual realm, from the infinite and eternal that is inside you. This was all a part of the plan, of course. You need to go down that path first, as a society, and then the coming back to who you really are could occur and would be that much sweeter when it did. And that's where you are right now. We just feel that there's a need for more anchors, more points of grounding these energies in. And while you all do it to a certain extent, as you receive these messages through Daniel, we are looking to recruit as many of you as we possibly can, because the world needs you, and your fellow humans who need to wake up will do so when they are reminded of their Arcturian roots, of those beautiful Arcturian lifetimes where they spent so much more time in meditation and in quiet inner reflectiveness. This is a time for so much more to be awakened within so many, and you all know that you want to be a part of that you want to help and to heal, and this is your call to action. You have done this before, or you would not be receiving this message in this way, and we are very interested in connecting with every single one of you so that more can receive us and benefit in all the myriad ways that they can from a little more Arcturus in their lives. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. The next phase of mass awakenings. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are entering into a new phase along with all of you and all other beings and collectives within the galaxy and universe. This phase represents the evolution of consciousness that has occurred there on Earth in particular, as we have seen you all take another giant leap forward in the reclaiming of the truth of who you really are as source energy beings. There has been another mass awakening of individuals who had their own unique awakening experiences that left their minds blown, their world shaken, and yet their hearts open in ways they are finding more difficult to communicate to the others in their lives. Many of you can relate to this, as you have been through something similar with your friends, family members, and co-workers. This most recent mass awakening has tipped the scales to such an extent there on Earth that your collective consciousness simply has risen to a higher frequency, one that will not allow for certain thought forms to enter into the consciousness of all who are awake. Now, there is still much work to be done, and those who have yet to truly awaken are still slated to have their experiences that will be unique to them, and that will give them the same layer of protection from these unwanted thought forms that have become a nuisance there on your world. For example, when an awakened soul realizes that they are in fact source, then thoughts of jealousy of what someone else has cannot enter into a person's conscious mind. In order for there to be jealousy, there must first be separation. And when you realize that you are source, you know that someone else has enhanced your life experience. You recognize that all others are you. And at the same time, with the illusion of separation present in your reality, they give you that inspiration, that knowing that you can be living a life of freedom, joy, excitement, and love. Therefore, you no longer envy someone else's experience. This is just one of the many thought forms that will not be able to make it into the consciousness of the awakened, and therefore the ripple effect has begun already throughout the galaxy and throughout the universe of ours. We're all being taken to a slightly higher level. We're all becoming insulated from whatever energies have been holding us down, holding us back, and we're all making the journey now of ascension much easier and much more smoothly than we were just a few days ago in your counting of time. We are very excited to be on this journey with you, and so are all the others who are tuning in to the great show that is life on planet Earth. And we will continue to chart your progress and give you these progress reports as we continue to encourage you, as well as to see yourselves as you truly are in each and every moment of each and every day of your beautiful lives. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. These particular channelings are all focused in particular on the shift into the fifth dimension and our place in it currently on the planet. And they're acknowledging that we have been through some terrible things, and we will have to learn how to forgive ourselves. We as a human race have done terrible things, murder, genocide, and we're going to have to reach a point where we face this shadow and overcome this. I think we're going through this process now. We're coming to a realization of who we are. And this claims that we're going to reach world peace within 10 years. I find this an exciting prediction, and I hope that it's true. We get a little bit more of a feeling of who the Arcturians are and what their role is. One of the most compelling channelings here is about the Ascension simulation portals, where energies are being sent, and we're sort of experiencing this ascension in different areas of the planet. Although it's not the actual ascension into the fifth dimension, it's very much like it. They appear to be in the process of helping us to ascend and get used to these energies, and as they explain, if somebody were to suddenly shift into the fifth dimension, they would pass out. But if we can slowly learn how to deal with these higher frequency energies, we can deal with it. Some people are doing this subconsciously, but I am playing a role in reading you these channelings. It's also interesting that saying, hey, you can channel the Arcturians too, and we have interviewed other channelers that are channeling the Arcturian Council. It's fascinating to me to see so many different channelers that are channeling the Arcturian Council, and I give them credit. They've done an amazing job of elevating the consciousness of humanity through these different channelings, through these different networks, or what they call Earthbound activators. And it's something that we need to do all together collectively. We're not going to leave anybody behind. Everybody has their role, and everybody will experience their own awakening differently. And that includes you. So thank you for letting me read these words, and I hope that they collectively help you raise your frequency, and that your raised frequency will go around and raise the frequency of those around you, and it happens like a ripple all around the earth. Whenever we listen to these channelings, whenever we talk about this or focus on ascension, good things happen. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com, and welcome to The Reality Revolution.